The dense forests of the Philippines, often regarded for its remarkable beauty. There is also the abundance of livestock and plant life, providing a sufficient environment for survival. This is one, a human being, more so a lumberjack. Simplicity is his pride, with nature providing his basic needs. Even though he runs a small poultry farm, woodwork is still in his blood. Normally, he finishes gathering wood before sunset. But, as he hovers that whole day, he had no choice but to venture and complete his quest for wood. Juan then proceeds to prepare his cutting tools. So is his courage. At times like this, someone or something hides in the forest itself, waiting for a good time to do its work. You might be wondering why Juan does not immediately cut the surrounding trees. Well, if he decides to do so, he'd have been imprisoned long ago. Aswang traverses the forest looking for a proper wood. A looming threat slowly catches upon him. Well, not this big, of course, but something entirely different. Finally, a fallen stump. Just what one needs. With no further interruptions, Juan proceeded to gather the wood before anything else came out of the darkness. A strange noise capturing one's attention. Perhaps a pig or any other animal. But for Juan, it sure was something else. Finding the events too weird, Juan then proceeded to gather his belongings and leave as quick as possible. But along his way, he discovered something he will never forget. A batch of dirt covered in red liquid. Juan knew it was already time to go, but then he turned around. Oh well, it's just a pig. Next to an odd-looking individual crawling on all fours. Juan immediately ran for his life, given the fact that it's not an ordinary creature. stumbling and hitting trees along the way, but making sure all his belongings are still in him. At last, Juan succeeded in escaping the forest he once called home. Tired and exhausted, Juan decided to take a look, one last peek, on the shadows in the forest. Fortunately, the creature is no longer inside. This gave Juan a sigh of relief. Much to the timing of the sun rising from the horizon, Juan still needs to get back on his house to continue living and surviving while taking care of his beloved animals. And the day start. This is one of the variants of the Aswang, standing 3 blocks tall. Its main characteristics were its sharp foot, long dangling claws, and a pale dark gray or dark brownish skin. When seeing a target, it will contemplate on whether fleeing away or killing it on sight. It hunts relentlessly, using various tactics to avoid being hurt in the process. It is quite deadly, using several hunting tactics to ensure that its prey would never live alive. Its only weakness is the daytime, where it would try to flee away from a presence of a player. Can you survive this monstrosity of a creature?